Warning: this video will include heavy spoilers about the story of For Evelyn. You have been warned. Hello and welcome to For Evelyn. Today we are going through the secrets I've placed in For Evelyn. Let's go through them here. In this mission you get here in the docks, you can actually free the rats after you do it. After you capture other rats and you give them to this guy, he will give you your reward, you get your level, and if you then, after this, go back here, there will be a box here, a rat cage, and you can free the rats here. Every chapter of the game has these cryptic messages lying around somewhere. They can be quite hidden in other places, and in other places they're left in plain sight, and there is a way to like translate these, but it's not that easy. I haven't left any like actual key to opening these in game. You have to do it outside of the game. The first message you find says, "Hello L, your time draws near. Make haste to the safe house. The Watchers are coming. V." I actually noticed a bug here that the fountain is moving like for a pixel too much to up and down, but there is actually a thing here. You can loot it for some coins. You will get your coins, but you will also remove one renown point. Zig and Zag are funny. Zig will say that this is a Zig and Zag trading group, and Zag says it's Zag and Zig. It's not really a secret, but it's just a funny little thing. In Delta's quest, where you have to go to Old Town, the quest is named Ghost of Tsushima, which sounds like and is a reference to the Ghost of Tsushima game. The quest takes place in the Tsushima Inn, which translates to Wolfland Inn. You will find a body in the room. Here's the body, and there's a little bit of a jump scare. You will pick up the stone, and the ghosts will disappear. Johanna will say some little line like, "It's curious that the body remains." And when we go back to Delta, we tell them about the hallucinations. They will take the void stone, and when we comment about the dead body, he just says that it must have been an hallucination. But the thing here is, if you now, after this quest, go back to Old Town, go back into the room, and you will notice the body is gone and the place has been cleaned up of blood. Interesting. These two commoners here talk about the blind bandit, which is a reference to Avatar, The Last Airbender. This citizen talks about obsidian salt, which is revealed in Arkham Break, my other game, that it is actually a highly addictive substance. In this part here, when we get our new outfit, whether or not we pick up this dagger on the table when we go out of here, after this happens, we will see that we will actually have a bloody dagger in our inventory this time. And the dagger from the table is gone. If we would have picked the dagger, it would have been a simple, just clean dagger. But now it's bloody. There are a lot of graves in Troutbeck. Most of these gravestones have something interesting in them. Garrett. This is a reference to the Thief series. Alduin, this is a reference to Skyrim. Walter White, yeah, you know what this is. The Marked One, this is a reference to Stalker. This is a reference to Cyberpunk. Critical Role, this is a reference to Critical Role. Pelani Pele, they played them games, this is a reference to a Finnish gaming community that I'm a part of. This is a reference to Star Wars. Jane Shepard. She was a very hale and hearty person. John Shepard, he left his mark on the world. These are both female and male shepherds from the Mass Effect. You can find Anders and Jacob in Troutbeck. These were two of the suitors for Evelyn in the beginning. Concerned Octopus is a reference to Concerned Ape, the creator of Stardew Valley. Also, there are a total of 9 of these items to pick up. 3 plants, 3 artifacts and 3 creatures. The map shows all the areas where you will find all of them. You can find Demetrius here in the Oaken Spire. He doesn't recognize you. He was also one of the suitors for Evelyn. When in the Eden's Path dungeon, you can see some blood here near the exit to the temple. If you walk into the shadows here, you will find that there is actually a secret way. You can find Zig and Zag here, dead. After the conflict here at the temple, you can actually find that there used to be a log here, but it's disappeared now, and this is a fast way out of this place. When doing the mission for Talia, it doesn't matter which route you take. There are two different routes to take here, but it doesn't matter which one you take, because after you've done it, after the quest, when you return to the witch's hut, you will find that there is another one of these cryptic messages on the table here. The second message says, "She has dealt with the rogue witch. Come to us as soon as possible. The next phase of our plan has begun. V." In the quest for Serena in Little Ivywood, you have to find out who is the real thief. Both Tamara and Theodora will blame each other, but if you go to this box here, which is close to Tamara, you will find a bag of coins and also some silvery fish scales on the bottom. This indicates that Tamara is actually the real thief here. It doesn't matter which one you choose, the reward is the same. In the quest where you're finding the headpiece of the damned, there is a ghost that you may have missed. You might have noticed immediately that there is an orb that has appeared here, but if you move here near the darkness here, which prevents you from passing, you can always find this ghost somewhere nearby. And he always says some strange things. He says stuff about him not being chosen and saying that I created her. It's a nod to the events of Arkham Break. This dude is actually the same guy who is in Arkham Break, who is trying to activate the Creation Stone. Why am I still here? Just to suffer. This line is a reference to Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. After you have dealt with all the orbs and dispelled the darkness, the ghosts will disappear, but you will notice the guy is still in here, and he has a quest for you. And this is his actual body. He wants you to kill him. If you do it, he will lead you to a treasure. And he had roamed the land hundreds of years after Arkham Break. It was his curse. This side quest is quite easily missable if you don't go back into the dungeon after you finish your quest here. The treasure he pointed you at is right here in Eden's Path dungeon. It gives you Azar's Nail dagger, which will increase your damage in battle. This scroll should help you in opening the way to get further in this part of the game. There is another one of those cryptic messages here on the floor in Amber Bay Harbor Hall. The third message says, "She continues to chase him. Follow them, but stay hidden. The masters want to know more. V." When you do this quest involving these cultists, if you decide to say a specific thing to the cultist after you have returned this flower crown. This is Joshua, you have to bring the flower crown to him. He just says that you can give his followers his regards, but he doesn't really enjoy them bothering him. And if you say the third option here, sure, he seemed very happy, they will go to him. The mission is completed, but if you go back to the Water Garden Falchion, you will find that all of the cultists are now here praising their great leader Joshua. And he just says, "What have you done?" And he doesn't play his guitar anymore. The little school marks here on the map of Spellrot Wasteland marks the location of the blood vines that you have to cut for the Heart of the Wasteland quest. The last of the cryptic messages is here on the table. And the final message says, "Our position is revealed. Make haste to leave the Warwitch compound and return to me. We have to prepare for the coming war. I will send messages to the Otter Keepers. The time is coming for us to get out of the shadows. V." The hand here in the lava is a reference to Terminator 2. There's a book in Arkham Break and also a book in For Evelyn that talks about the Creation Stone. And this here is a nod to the Creation Stone actually being like an being with its own thoughts, and these books give a nod to the
direction that the creation stone actually created these books itself. And this here might be a clue to what the player's main goal will be in For Evelyn 2. So yes, the story will continue. The White Scar Keep holds all of the NPCs that you have the ability to help in the game, and they will change what they say depending if whether or not you help them during the game. Before you go into the final fight, there are a couple of guys that will increase your abilities for free. Einar will increase your finesse. Horgarn will increase your health. If you look all of the soldiers here, you will gain some resolve. And Celerina here will give you a single level up. All the bodies here in the ground of the witches is a nod to Edwin actually being able to defeat all of those guys on his own. And that's about it for everything. Most of everything that there is to find these little secrets and references in For Evelyn. There are also a ton of lore that I've implemented into the game, so feel free to read about those to get a deeper understanding about the world of Aura and For Evelyn. Thank you for watching, and bye.